Hi everyone, I hope you are doing well and feeling great today. So today's topic is how you just gonna get that muscle activation through your nervous system and how your nervous system is just activating the same muscular or the same muscle tissues and muscle fiber you want to activate. And that's why you are stronger or you are bigger or you are even muscular, leaner, or even getting high top performance or performing in very top high level or no, or even getting weak and getting even inflamed and in pain. So when you understand how the nervous system, like we said last video, we just described how the muscular system is just working downside your somatic system. So you have the choice to activate it, but how the choices are filtered and sent to the nervous system, here is the key to activate it or not activate it at all. Because there is one method, it's called all or nothing. So when you are just doing anything, like muscular contraction, like you are just doing biceps curl, if you are just doing the biceps curl and your muscle state of health or length is not at the best capacity to just produce action, to let you even function the normal function for each muscle, here you can get injured based on how you are just sending that nervous system receptors data and just receiving the data back to you again. This is called feedback from the nervous system. And the feedback is very important here, because if I am just lifting, like for biceps, normal just 10 reps for just 5 kilograms, and that was my fatigue here, and then I just start to lift 20 kilograms, and this 20 kilograms I want even to produce the same amount of repetitions I have done the last set. This would be very hard for the nervous system to activate itself, to send the electricity or the electricity neurosignals for the muscular system to activate your muscular or the biceps to lift that amount of weight for the same amount of repetitions. So there is big challenge here for the nervous system, because it was challenging already with only that previous set for just 10 reps. If you just understand our point here is just telling you how you are just progressively, you should be overloading your sets to challenge your nervous system and to get the best response, to let you even adapt with the muscular or the same type of training or even the same type of intensity. You are just asking your nervous system to produce or even to get some effort or force to let you even push that weight. And even you have two types of muscle tissues. So all the strength you are gaining now, or all the muscular balance, or all the muscular size that you have now, it's based on your it's based through your experiences through life. I mean here, if you are only training for bodybuilding style, push-pull legs, or even upper lower, superior, inferior, posterior, or even front, what you are just developing here is just one only thing. You are just focusing on one type of muscle fiber. You have two muscle fibers. You have fast twitch and you have slow twitch muscle fiber, which one of them can produce very high force or just give you some amount of intensity, like the power lifters or the weight lifters. They are just training for compound movement or very function movement, like bench press, deadlift, snatch, clean and jerk, squats, but just for small amount of repetitions, like 1 to 3 reps. But they cannot even go for 20 repetitions because they are only training one muscle fiber. And the opposite is true. The bodybuilders, they are even training the another muscle fiber. So they are getting here body or just building their body to be much stronger based on their adaptation, because they are only using the muscle fibers, which is the slow or the fast twitch muscle fiber, just to be very fatigued under short amount of time. But even in the another side, they are even using the slower amount of time frame. They can get fatigued, but they can produce more and more effort and force to just lift 1 or 2 or 3 repetitions. And both of them is still under 2 or just little bit between the aerobic and anaerobic pathways. Between the energy systems, you have aerobic and you have anaerobic. And we'll talk about that later to understand in depth why you are taking rest between sets and why even your body is adapting through repetitions or even through your intensity, and your intensity is effective or no based on your technique and your energy systems you are just training in to achieve your goal. So now we understand we have we have two types of muscle fibers. But based on this, you have even to focus on one more thing. It's not only the muscle fibers you are training, but how you are training that muscle fibers are really important, because you cannot even only progressively with weight. You should be progressively with skills and with exercises selection to activate all the muscle tissues, because each muscle has function. And to just let that muscle get the best capacity or even to make it more mature and make it more stronger, you have to train it from different angle and even to produce force from different environment, or even to be skillful or to let that muscle understand how you can train it for endurance or for balance or for anti-rotation, or even to make it more stabilizers, or to make your core very strong and to make all your joints stabilized between that muscles. In that video, we just talked about the muscle fiber types and how you can even control them. Now I will just give you one example, because you just need to apply this in the gym. If you are training just to develop strength, don't try to reach 20 repetitions, or even don't try even to go for above 10 repetitions. You're just gonna injure yourself. So just limit your amount of repetitions and just do compound movement and focus only on how you just pressurize, how the intensity is just building up based on your technique. So if you are just doing 1, 2, 3 repetitions, this is good enough. So just try to focus on the technique, get just your endurance done based on first exercise selection can help you get more stronger and stronger inside that skill or inside that lift itself. Because when you are just doing strength training, you are lifting much weights, less repetitions. And here you are working on energy system, it's called ATP or ATP-CB, which is the creatine phosphate. In another one, or when you are just moving to the another one, it's called here glycolytic. And here, this is the bodybuilder's, area or frame of work, because they are here only focusing to finish that amount of time between 10 to 12 repetition to 15 repetition. So what they are doing here, they are just finishing each set. If you're just gonna count it with which rep, you're just gonna finish it as 4 seconds. If you're just gonna finish 15 repetition in 4 seconds, you're just gonna finish it in 60 seconds. And this is all what you need if you are just lifting the right amount of intensity and lifting with the right form and technique and understanding of your biomechanics or even how the muscle function, you will get the best benefit of building the muscle size. And if you want even to endure or even focus on endurance, you just go a little bit more higher with time, so you can even go for more than 100 or 120 seconds, but with less intensity. So the key here is just to train all the muscle fibers with your training style. If you are just training for strength, okay, just go for the compound movement. But please, with the compound movement, add exercises can just serve this compound movement well to let you stabilize your joint, to let you even be safe and train safe and get the job done with the maximum capacity of the muscle function and muscle force. Like we said before, it's all here. If your brain can understand and can organize the muscular or the neuromuscular activation to let you lift that weight for that amount of time with the same amount of behavior, which is more powerful, or this is the only goal if you are just lifting for strength. If you are lifting here for bodybuilders, it's different topic. So the tempo or the speed of repetition is very important. But like we are saying, just train the three types of muscle fibers, which is the muscle fibers type A, type B, type B2 or type 2A, or call it whatever you want. It's anaerobic, aerobic. We're just gonna discuss this later. But now, just if your goal is strength, compound movement with the 1 to 3 to 5 repetitions max, max is 10 seconds to this. If you're just training for bodybuilders or just bodybuilding era or just mindset to build more muscles, to get more in shape, to just have good physique, just go from 0 second up to 75 second, 90 second with time under tension to just build that muscle fatigue. If you are training in the other side just to get more endurance and to build stamina and to build more, capacity to develop more the amount of endurance downside the weight, they will all help you. So just try to focus on the all muscle fibers training. Don't ignore one, and you will never get injured and you will be in very good health. Until I see you next video, I wish you health and strength and vitality, and thank you for watching.